Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community. We call the daily Bible reading our spiritual manna. This manna nourishes our souls and fosters spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. The lecture reading for Friday, February the 21st, 2025, is Genesis chapter 44, verses 1 to 17, as we continue the story of a father and his 12 sons dealing with struggle and conflict, navigating life between fear and faith, and moving from failure to forgiveness. Let's recap so far. Jacob is the father in our story. He lost the woman he loved, left him with two sons named Joseph and Benjamin. He also has 10 older sons from an arranged marriage. Joseph gave his son Joseph a special coat to demonstrate his favoritism, and Joseph was not hesitant to spy on his older brothers, returning with negative reports to their father. The 10 older brothers were ruthless. They despised Joseph and they schemed on how to dispose of him. The fourth son sold him into slavery to a passing caravan. That special coat was given with profound love. It was torn in deep hatred and became a tool for great deception. The 10 sons returned home with Joseph's special coat soaked in blood, telling their father that there was no sign of Joseph's body anywhere. The brothers' hatred has overshadowed their father's love for his son, Joseph. His life was filled with despair and hopelessness, but Jacob found comfort in his other son, Benjamin, who was born as his wife was passing away, and Jacob will never let him go. Jacob sent his 10 older sons to Egypt during a worldwide famine to buy grain. Joseph, now the most powerful figure in Pharaoh's empire, recognized his 10 brothers, but they did not recognize him. However, they told him what he longed to hear. Their father was well, and his brother, the son of his mother, was alive. After treating them harshly, he sent them home with grain, secretly returning the money to their sacks, and instructed them not to come back without Benjamin. The grain is nearly gone, and Jacob insists they return to Egypt for more. They argued with him that they must take Benjamin along. Jacob reluctantly sends him, and when Joseph sees his brother, he has to leave the room to find a private space to cry. Joseph is aware of all that's taken place, but the brothers are confused about why Pharaoh's second in command is being so kind to them. They had lunch together with him at his house. Now let's move to today's lectionary reading, Genesis 44, verses 1 to 17. But I must warn you, this saga won't conclude today. It will continue in an upcoming podcast on February the 23rd, 2025. And if you're new here, please listen to the podcast from February 20th, 2025. If you enjoy my storytelling while you're here, please share, like, and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the story. Instead of Joseph revealing his identity to his brothers, he continues to manipulate them. He instructs his steward to fill their sacks with grain and secretly place his special silver cup in Benjamin's sack without anyone noticing. The next morning, as the 10 brothers are making their way home, Joseph's men will pursue them, and the steward will accuse them of stealing Joseph's special silver cup. They deny any wrongdoing, declaring that if the silver cup was found in anyone's sack, that person should die, and the rest of them would become their slaves. The men began their search from the eldest to the youngest. And do you know what happened? I guess you do. The silver cup was found in Benjamin's sack. The brothers tore their clothes, packed their bags, and returned to Joseph's house. Judah, the fourth son of Jacob, said, "It is God who has revealed your servant's guilt. We are all now your slaves, both we and the one who was found with the cup." And Joseph said, "No, no, only the person who is found with the cup will become my slave. The rest of you, you may go back to your father in peace." This is where the lectionary reading ends, and I must leave you in suspense until the podcast on February the 23rd, 2025. I promise to share the rest of the story with you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.